Now, I mentioned in a previous video about how I can't really stand the modern trend of SUVs and hatchbacks on the roads in the UK, and it made me try and think about what fundamental basis do I have in the back of my mind for an ideal car design for me. So I tried to go through old magazines, TV shows, books that I had in relation to cars to try and figure out as a kid what did I sort of form as my perfect car design. So I've tried to look back through all of that I had as a kid, and it seems to point towards a 300 SL, Mercedes' famous historic coupe. I think that was probably the oldest car that was in most of what I had and that I really liked. And I had lots of pictures of it, so that probably points to why. So as an ideal design, it's obviously going to be a coupe, and this would be where there's clear separation between the engine bay and the driver's position, and also the point of a sloped roofline and a sleek body style. And if the overall profile is to be considered, it's more of a sleek rectangular shape in its whole profile. So this also means that any other iteration that Mercedes have brought out since the 300 SL, I instantly love the design. Any of the SLs, McLaren, Mercedes SLR, Mercedes SLS, AMG GT, I all love, and I think they're incredible looking cars. Even when it comes to Mercedes coupes, like the current C63 coupes, or even just the standard C-Class coupes, and the E-Class and the S-Class, all those coupes to me look incredible. But I think this is also where I get quite hypocritical and contradictory here, is because I like mid-engined and rear-engine cars and their shape. And I guess that's just because it's a clear separation between the driver's position and where the engine is in the car, while still being sleek and that low rectangular profile. So Ferrari 458, McLaren 570S, Corvette C8, all profiles of cars that I think look amazing. So when I see SUVs and hatchbacks, most of their design is the driver's position and the passengers. That's more than 60% of their shape. So in comparison to the people it's holding, the engine looks quite small. And the fact it's got no boot as well to separate the sleek profile, it means it's more of a tall, boxier shape, which means it's going in the opposite direction of the profile I just spoke about for my ideal. And this probably explains why I like estate cars in preference to SUVs and hatchbacks, because as an overall shape, they are more rectangular and sleek. Now this design of a car is more than likely going to be for the purpose of performance, and I guess that's something else where my preference differs, where the purpose of the car is a source of enjoyment rather than just trying to get from A to B, which SUVs and hatchbacks are trying to take multiple people from A to B. It's more about getting there in as much comfort as possible, whereas I'm trying to extend the amount of time you get from A to B and having the most fun during that. So I guess it's as simple as that. It sort of turns my head if it does form that slender rectangular profile as opposed to boxier shapes. But going against everything I've just said, I think a point that James May has made in the past is something to keep in mind, is that a car that looks great is not a service to you as the driver. It's a service to everybody else that gets to see it. You as the driver are sitting in and looking out. Everybody else looking in gets to see how good the car looks. So I might be putting too much weight on the design of a car, and not having a lot of experience driving these might be influencing that. I'm judging these based on the design and how good they look. So I guess it just means I need to drive them. So yeah, what do I know? Because I just drive a white Fiesta.